long have you been listening to the calling on you? You have a calling on you. Blinusha, welcome. Elk Hate, welcome. There's a calling on you. There is something you're supposed to do in this life. There's a commission on you that you're supposed to make an impact. You're supposed to make a difference in this world. You are welcome, Blinusha. Hopefully I'm saying it right. That calling on you, I'm gonna explain to you how do you know you have that calling on you, that you're supposed to make a difference in the world. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. You're supposed to impact lives. You're supposed to transform lives. You're supposed to make a difference in the world. Okay? You didn't just show up to this world for the sake of showing up. So the calling on you is like this. You hear it all the time. Maybe you have friends who say, man, I just love to talk to you. Girl, look, whenever I talk to you, you pick me up. Whenever I talk to you, you uplift me. You encourage me. And they cannot have enough of you. They always want to pick your brain, or they always want to share with you what they are going through, their challenges, their stories. They are in the wilderness and they are calling you. All right. You say, Renee, I'm not qualified because I don't have a college degree. I don't have that much money. I'm not where I should be. That's not what I'm talking about. That has nothing to do with anything. I don't really care if you have a college degree. I don't really care if you have a high school diploma. I don't really care if all you have in the bank is $5. That's not the point. Most people will make you think that's the point. I have people in my village in Haiti, the poverty-stricken village in Haiti. I have people who are motivational speakers, who are transformational speakers. I have people, I go right now to the village, I can sit at the feet and they can change my life in spite of the fact they are living in a poor village, in spite of the fact they are living in a hut. See, you are missing the point altogether. It's not about where you are. It's not about your circumstances. It's about you saying yes to the call. Oh, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to take my time, actually. I'm going to make it like a very nice caviar, like expensive food. I can't really just gobble it. I've got to really take my time and enjoy every bite because it's expensive. Well, that's what it is, what I'm sharing with you. It's expensive. You know why I know it's expensive? Because you cannot put a value on your calling to step out, to start living your dream. Because see, some of you are settling. You are settling for what is. You are settling for maybe verbal or physical or any kind of abuse. Well, let me, okay. I'm going to take my time, okay? And by the way, this is not for everybody. It is not for everybody. So if you don't want to make a difference in the world, if you don't want to share your story or your stories, your journey with others, you don't want to impact lives, this is not for you. I mean, don't waste your time, and I don't want to waste mine either. So I want to speak to the people who know you have a calling. Maybe you've been trying to do something for a long time. You've been trying to do it, but it's not happening. Why? Because there are some people in your environment. They are discouraging you. Maybe some people in your environment, their vibration is so low, they are pulling you down. Let me share this story with you. I saw it actually on television, National Geography, about how they catch little monkeys in a certain place in Africa. That was mind-boggling for me to see that. Hey, Zaka, Gregory, welcome. That was mind-boggling for me to see that. You know what they do? They take a cage with a bunch of little opening, like a metal cage. It's a cage with a bunch of little openings with an S. They put a banana inside the cage. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate you. They put a banana inside the cage. All right. Then they will set the trap there for the little monkey. The little monkey would come, and then with its little hand, it would reach inside the little opening and then grabs the banana. And then once it grabs the banana, you can't pry it apart from the banana. It tries to get the banana out, but unfortunately, the little cage, the little openings inside the cage is this much. The hand can go in there, the little monkey, but the banana together with the fist, it cannot pull the banana out. Do you know what the little monkey does? It stays there. It tries to pull that thing out, but it's never going to come out because the little openings are too small. Until the hunters would come with a net and throw the net and catch the little monkey. All the little monkey had to do to save its life is to release the banana. Just release it and pull its head out. Well, some of you here, or some of you who will be listening later, your problem is you are holding a banana. I'm gonna take my time with this. I want you to process it. I want you to digest it. You are holding a banana. And some of you, it's a relationship that you must release. That's the banana. It's a friend that's holding you back because of his or her vibration, his or her energy. You need to release that banana. And some of you, it's a job that you have that is so comfortable. Oh, the money is good, Renee. You don't understand. I know the money is good. But are you willing to make a sacrifice? Are you willing to release the banana to pursue your dream? Oh yeah, you might have to settle to eat peanut butter sandwiches and jelly, whatever they call it. You might have to settle to just eat, maybe just peanut butter. Or what do they call that? Chicken noodle soup. You might have to settle for that. Because there's got to be a trade-off. There's got to be a sacrifice. When you hold on that little banana, some of you, it's a certain environment that you are in. That's the banana you are holding. And if you don't release that banana, you know what happens to the little monkey will happen to you. You will die. Not physically, anyway. You will die of a slow death mentally. You'll get to be 70 years old. You get to be 60, 70, 80, 90 years old, and you start living with regrets. My friend Nido Kuban said to me before, regrets weigh on, he said, discipline weighs ounces, but regrets weighs tons. It's time to release the banana. Because if you don't release the banana, your dream will always be on hold. You know how I know you have a calling on you? You are supposed to start living that dream. How do I know that? Well, first of all, it doesn't matter when you are listening to me. You would never be here on this live. In fact, it would be impossible for you to be on this live You wonder, how is it that at 7 something, I saw this guy on a live. I don't know him from anywhere. I just happened to step in the live and he's speaking to me. You know how? It's because I'm a mirror. I'm reflecting you to you. Do you know how long it took me to finally step out? 14 and a half years, going to 15 years. I was a doorman at a hotel in Atlanta carrying bags. I discovered I'm so much more than that. Have you ever had a thought to say, I'm so much more than what I'm settling for now? I know I have this. It may be comfortable, which is a trap. That's the banana, right? It's comfortable. But there's so much more for me in this life. Have you ever thought about that? Okay, how do you know that you happen to come to that conclusion? Is it because you are brilliant? Is it because you are smart? Is it because you are an intellectual? Is it because you have read all those books? Is it because you have taken all those courses? The answer is no. It's none of that. It's because your calling is calling you. That's why you have this kind of conversation with yourself to say, hey, I don't want to settle anymore. I don't want to settle for this anymore. This is good, but there's better for me in this life. I can do so much more, so much better than what I am having right now. And some of you will never know because you'll never take the risk to step out, even though you don't have any guarantee or guarantees. You will never know. For me, I was a doorman for 14 and a half years at the hotel. And I just kept asking myself, no, Renee, you didn't come to the United States with $5, 2 shirts, unable to speak English, just to settle for being a doorman at a hotel. There's nothing wrong with being a doorman, but there's something wrong when it becomes my life. When it is what I settle for the rest of my life. Something is wrong with that. You've got to do what you've got to do to put food on your table, but at some point, you've got to wake up. I don't mean to be so passionate about this conversation, but I know there's somebody I'm speaking to deliberately. If not here, but that person will show up later on this live. And I'm going to make sure that the recording is there. You are supposed to make a difference in the world, but what you are doing is not allowing you to make a difference. It is allowing you to be comfortable. At some point, you got to realize I came to this planet. There are lives that I'm supposed to impact. At some point, you got to come to this realization and say, enough is enough. I'm going to do it. I may have to sacrifice something. I may have to give up this lifestyle that I'm having. I may have to give up driving this expensive automobile. I may have to give up something, but whatever it is, I'm willing to give it up. But here's the beauty of it is the rewards are incalculable in the future, but the beginning is going to be rough. The beginning is going to be something you don't really want to put up with. Because, who is willing to return that expensive car? Because some people say, man, you're crazy. How are you going to drive this kind of car and you're going to return that car and you're going to start this business? You're going to start writing this book. You're going to start speaking on stages. There are no guarantees that you'll ever make it. You're going to give up that lifestyle. It's because it's your baby. It's your dream. Because that dream has been calling you forever. People say to you, man, every time I speak to you, there's something. You stir something inside of my, bosom. I don't know if that's the language. Every time I see you, your presence is like oxygen. It's like an oxygen. It lifts me up. It makes me feel so good. When people are saying those kind of words to you, you need to pause, my friend. You really need to do so. Because they are telling you millions need you. Millions are waiting for you to speak so that they can hear your voice. By the way, there's a biblical voice. There's a biblical, no, you are not crazy, Joe. I am going through my new beginning now. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate you, Joe. That's what I'm talking about. Why do you think Joe just wrote this? Yeah, you believe it. I am the real Deja. You believe it? Yeah. What do you think? I am the real Deja. Why do you think, Joe, I'm resonating with you so much? Is it because I'm brilliant? Is it because I'm smart? By far. I told you, I don't even have a high school diploma. I'm not that smart. You know what I'm being? You know what I'm being for you in the moment? I'm being a mirror to you. I'm reflecting you to you. I'm reflecting your courage to you. I'm reflecting who you are to you. Welcome, my friend Gary Henderson, the one of the OGs on Clubhouse, or in life for that matter. Guy who is doing amazing things in this life, is behind a lot of the big names in the what do you call the speaking, coaching, just the digital world. Nice to see you, my friend. What am I? Is it because I'm smart? That's why you showed up to listen to the sound of my voice? No. I mean, I'm the kid from a tiny village in Haiti, from poverty and diseases. Hey, Wally Green, my friend, all my celebrity friends that I really admire showing up. What I'm saying to you is, I am a mirror. I'm reflecting you to you, my friend. Because the anointing is on you. The voice is calling you. You know what? You know what I want to say to you? It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you settle for in this life. Your calling will never leave you alone. It'll keep nagging at you. It'll keep pursuing you. Hey, Wally. Good to see you, my friend. What an amazing story, Wally, to see you speaking and to see the story. Like, man, he's a man who is truly changing lives with one story, his stories. I don't want to share the story with you. You've got to follow Wally Green and then follow him and you'll know what I'm talking about. He listened to the call. He was going in one direction. He was following this one direction, and the voice kept saying, hey, man, that's not for you. And how did he hear the voice? It was just one person who told him. Who was that person? That person was an angel. It was the voice of the Almighty speaking to him using one person. That's the same thing for you too. There's somebody in your life who's been telling you you don't need to settle for what you are settling now. There's so much more to it. Welcome, my good friend, my dear friend, Megina. Welcome, Hala. You are welcome, my friend. Somebody has been telling. If somebody doesn't tell you, if you don't see a sign on the road that speak to you, if you don't see a homeless guy that you're having a conversation speak to you, you're going to have a dream about it. Because your calling will never leave you alone. It's impossible because it will call you. Some people say, how did you choose to be a motivational speaker? I never chose it. That wasn't my choice. I didn't wake up one day and say, I'm going to be a motivational speaker. Yeah, your boyfriend said this. Yeah, sometimes it's your boyfriend, sometimes it's your girlfriend, sometimes it's your kids, sometimes it's just total strangers, sometimes it's a co-worker, sometimes it's a book you read, sometimes it's a speaker you listen to, sometimes it's a preacher, you hear the message from the preacher, sometimes it's just like You know, just somebody out of the blue. Or it's a friend. I mean, it's a friend you've been talking to for a long time. And they keep telling you whenever they have a problem, they call you. Whenever there is an issue, they call you. Why do they call you? Why aren't they calling all the other people they know? Because there is something special in you. There's a calling in you. There's a dream that you're supposed to step out and be that person, not for just that one friend. Be that person for the world, because the world has millions of people who are waiting to hear your journey. They are waiting to hear your story or your stories, your struggles, your challenges, the things that you've been through, the many times that life has knocked you down so hard on the floor that you didn't think you were going to get back up. They are waiting for you. Oh, there's a stage somewhere waiting for you to step on to speak. How do you know where is that stage? You'll never know. You'll never know where is that stage. Why? Because you have not taken the first step. I'm sorry if I'm speaking with such passion, and if you feel like I'm talking down on you, please forgive me, because that's my vocabulary. That's how I speak with passion. There's a stage waiting for you somewhere. Do you know I spoke to the Georgia Home Builders Association? Georgia Home Builders Association. I spoke on that stage, and after I spoke on that stage, a woman came who was the president of the Georgia Home Builders Association. She said to me, Renee, I wish you had spoken a month ago on the stage. I said, why? She said, our former president was going through so much. He killed himself. He committed suicide. She said, I know for a fact, had you come, had you spoken on the stage before, that man would be alive. There's a stage waiting for you to deliver a message. Oh, you say, Renee, I'm not a good speaker. It's not about being a good speaker. You say, Renee, well, my English is not good. What do you think? My English is that good? I mean, I don't know. You probably notice so many grammatical mistakes I'm making. You probably notice my accent. It has nothing to do with your accent. It has nothing to do with your education. It has nothing to do with your background. Absolutely nothing. Welcome, Greg. So good to have you, my friend. Nothing. It has nothing to do with your bank account. I don't really care if you have $5 in your bank account. I don't really care if you even have a bank account. Because you making an impact in this world has nothing. Oh my goodness. I have so many examples I can give you. There are people right now in my poverty-stricken village in Haiti with nothing. Okay, you're talking about bank account. They don't even know what is a bank account. You can go, I can take you right there. You can go with me and you would sit at the feet. They will transform your lives. They will change your lives. In spite of the fact they are living in dirt poor with nothing. The point I'm trying to make here, you've already have everything you need to impact lives. You've already have everything you need to make a difference in this life. There's nothing missing. There's nothing broken. Stop making excuses. Stop holding on the banana inside the cage. Release it. Sometimes it's a friend you need to release. Sometimes it's a family member you need to release. Sometimes it's a job that you need to release. It can be anything, but just release it. Okay, don't do it for yourself. Let's put it this way. Do it because of the millions of people who are waiting to hear your story, your journey. There's something in marketing that is called the moving parade. You know what that is? That means the parade is moving through life. When you were, let's say, 20 years old, you went through the challenges that you went through. Maybe you made some dumb decisions, some mistakes. And then you look back, you say, today you are so much wiser. You would never make that decision. Well, the moving parade means when you were 20, it happened to you. Today, what time is it? 8:07. 8:07. Today, at this hour, at this minute, millions of people are making that dumb mistakes. Or those dumb mistakes or decisions. And you know who they need right now? You know whose voice they need to hear? Your voice. They need to hear when you make the mistakes. You need to speak to them, and you need to tell them, what did you do? How did you become so much wiser? That's when you start building what is called a tribe. Let me give Greg a wave. That's when you start really having them, millions, okay? They just come to you. They flock unto you. Why? Because they hear your voice and they resonate with your voice. And as I told you, it has nothing to do whether you're from the ghetto or whether you're from a tiny village in Haiti or whether you come from the royal family or whether you are the daughter or the son of president of. It has nothing to do with any of that. The point is, you didn't just come here to live. You came here to make a difference. You came here to start a movement. You came here to start something big, something that will outlast you. You came here to leave a legacy behind you. That's why you came here. But if you settle for what you are settling now, if you stay in that comfort zone, it is said that it's comfortable in the comfort zone, but nothing grows in the comfort zone. Oh my goodness. If you have the story you've been telling yourself not to pursue your dream, all you need to do is to change the story. That's all you need to do. If you change the story, you change your life. You change the direction you are heading instantly because you changed the story. Anything that you are, there's nothing you can tell me right now that I will be willing to accept from you. Oh, Renee, when my kids are old enough and they go to college, you know, I'll have plenty of time to start pursuing my dream. That's not true. That is not true. You say, Renee, when I have all my ducks in a row, you will never have your ducks in a row. Renee, well, you know, I'm dealing with something now, and I know you don't understand. I've got some financial situation. I'm in this relationship. What are you talking about? What are you talking? I heard a lady, I think her last name is Delgado, I forgot her first name, but I heard how she was in the middle of a divorce. It was so nasty. And then in the meantime, she was building a company. She launched her business. It started to take off. And then this man declared that, you know, he didn't want to be there anymore. And then now she's dealing with this divorce. A fight, a struggle, and the business on one end, on the other end. And guess what? You know the rest of the story. She went through the divorce, she built the business, and she became massively successful. Massively successful. Hello? Today she's sharing the story. You know why you go through what you go through? So that you can have a story. One of my friends who is inducted in the Speaker Hall of Fame is a big name speaker. And he has a story where he shot a bullet through his head by accident, actually, you know, the whole story. And then we always tease him. We say, You had to shoot yourself to have such a remarkable story. I think he was in Vietnam or the whole story, but your stories are not yours. Your stories are gift or gifts with an S. As I said, forgive me, my English, right? The language. Your stories are gifts. And guess why you receive a gift? It's a gift that you receive from the Almighty. Well, the gift is not for you, because gift is supposed to be given. So the story, the struggle, the challenge, the difficulty, all that you've been through, every single one of them in your journey, they are gifts for millions. But let me close with this. And I know, yeah, this sounds like a monologue. Well, you know, it's a live. It's my live. I don't have a guest with me. There are people right now who are hurting. There are people right now who are hurting. Why are they hurting? Because you are not stepping out. You are not living your dream. You are not impacting. You are not transforming lives because of the story in your head. You think you are not qualified. Okay, so your story would be a transformation for them right now. Your story or stories, that is, would be the thing that what they really needed to hear at the exact moment. My story has saved many lives. Literally, I'm not kidding you. But what would happen if I said, well, you know, I'm a Haitian. I'm from a tiny village in Haiti. My English is not good. I'm still butchering like a butcher the English language. What if I had said all of that to myself anyway, as a story? So the people whose lives I received letters, I received emails from people all over the globe, because I've been doing this for over 20 years, telling me, Rene, you know, you changed my life. I'm a doctor today because of you, your story. I'm an attorney today because of your story. And, you know, it warms my heart. But the question I'm asking myself, what if I settled to be a doorman for the rest of my life? What if I had listened to the story in my head? What if I had listened to the people who were suggesting to me either directly or indirectly that I should settle for being a doorman? What if that was the case? What about all those people? Some people, like I say, I've got so many stories. Like my story saved lives. And you know the magnitude of this kind of impact? Incalculable. I think that is a word. The people whose lives I changed, the people whose lives I impacted, the people whose lives I transformed, oh, I will never get to see the magnitude of it. Why? Because they each are going to impact more lives. And then the people they are going to impact are going to impact more lives. Do you see? It's like throwing a pebble in the pond. You just never know. There's no way you can know how far the ripples will go. With that, my friend, I want to end by reminding you it's time to stop settling. Because what you are having right now is not you. What you are experiencing right now is not you. You are so much more than what you have. Whatever you are, whatever comfort zone you are in, whatever you are settling for or you have settled for, that's not you. At some point, society had given you a script and they told you you should conform, you should settle for that. No, you can change the world, literally. You can start a movement. You can start a business. You can start speaking on stages. And then your message, your voice, hi Shanae, your voice will change millions. Your voice will transform, will impact millions. You say, really, well, nobody knows who I am. I don't have a name like yourself. I'm not speaking on stages all over. I mean, why does it matter? Let me share this with you. There are people you, my friend, will impact that I will never be able to impact. They will never resonate with my story. In fact, they don't even care about what I have to say. And some will tune me out by the very fact I have an accent. Or I'm a Haitian from a tiny village in Haiti. But you, my friend, they will connect with you. And it's vice versa. There are people who will connect with me. They will never connect with you. And we are not talking about one person. We are not talking about two people. We are talking about millions. Let me give a wave at Shanae. How are you, Shanae? Good to see you. Nahida, good to see you. By the way, guys, if I made any sense to you, just type yes in the comment box. Let me see who is here. Let me see who is here. Oh, if you want to get more information, perhaps you want to come on a coaching call with me. Yeah, I got your wave. And just on Instagram, just send me the word discovery. It's that simple. Just send me the word discovery on Instagram. Then you'll get direct access to my calendar and you get to set an appointment to speak with me on a Zoom call.